This is Harrison Smith for Infowars.com. The topic of our story today is an unpleasant one. It's parasites, bugs, ticks, to be precise. The headline is from Wired. We have no idea how bad the U.S. tick problem is. Now, ticks are parasites. They provide nothing. They simply find a host, a productive host, to leech off of, and they suck their lifeblood, their energy, and take it to themselves, providing the host with nothing, often leaving the host diseased and with a whole other litany of problems, often killing the host before moving on to the next victim. That's ticks. Says most people don't even notice they've been bitten until after the pest has had time to suck up blood meal and transfer its infections it has circulating in its spit. And we're very aware of that. Sometimes you don't even notice that the infection has spread to you until it's too late, until these ticks are so far embedded that it will be almost impossible to get them out. Now, reported cases of Lyme disease, that's the most common U.S. tick-borne illness, have quadrupled since the 1990s. It's really an unprecedented rise. You really have to get to the bottom of what's causing it. Scientists say they don't know which combination of factors could be shifting climate patterns, human sprawl, deforestation. They don't know what's leading to more ticks in more places, but there's no denying that the population has exploded recently. Whole new communities are being engulfed by this tick every year. That's what happens if you don't do something proactively to stop these ticks. They destroy their host and then move on to the next host, and of course go on to destroy that as well. They do it in large swarms, practically unmanageable at the volume at which this is happening. Now, in the 1940s, the Congress established the CDC specifically to prevent malaria, which is another disease that's spread by these tick-like insects. Actually, the most deadly version is this malaria that they really identified in the 40s and 50s and had a lot of government programs to try to weed out this particular strain. Unfortunately, no such system exists for ticks. The CDC is currently in the process of organizing a nationwide surveillance program about tick prevalence and pathogens they're carrying to build a better picture of where outbreaks and hotspots are developing, especially on the expanding edge of the tick populations. I think that's a very smart move. You want to find out where these ticks are coming from and isolate them in that region and make sure that the surrounding regions have protections against them. That's an important thing to do. It says that together these efforts are helping to change the way people and government agencies talk about ticks as a public health threat. Quote, responsibility for tick control has always fallen to individuals and homeowners, but it has not been seen as an official civic duty. But we think it's time whole communities got engaged. I think that's exactly right. Usually it's just up to property owners to defend themselves against these ticks. But really, we need to come together and recognize that as a community that these ticks, these blood-sucking parasites, are actually a danger to our Commonwealth and have to be dealt with severely, can't be allowed to spread their infectious disease. It says the trouble is that scientists know very little about which interventions actually reduce those risks. There's no shortage of products that can be used to control ticks, says Ostfield, but it's never been demonstrated that they're good enough, that they do a good enough job, that they're deployed at the right places to prevent any cases of tick-borne disease. As you can see, there are methods of dealing with the ticks, but can often be confrontational and not exactly what you want in dealing with an epidemic. An epidemic this is. It's been quietly swelling around us, as you can see, but nobody ever really took it seriously before now. But now, we're really realizing the danger that we're in with this incredible number of ticks invading our population. And again, I just want to drive home how important it is that we eradicate these blood-sucking, parasitical little monsters from our midst. They carry disease. Essentially, they infect a host. They infect it with with the diseases that they carry, which can be any number of different symptoms, and eventually the host dies and these ticks move off to the next host. And we really have to think about this. We really have to notice the fact that the prevalence of ticks is expanding so readily. In fact, Mexico just elected a tick into its presidency. So yeah, we really have to be careful here. They're all around us, and they're getting power more and more. For Infowars.com, this has been Harrison Smith.
Extendowise, the latest product from InfoWarsLife.com, fuses all the known compounds that have been proven to be good for our hearts and cardiovascular system. And listen, everybody's got a heart. Well, actually, maybe Hillary and George Soros don't, but everybody else has a heart, and this product is amazing. So, if you have a heart and you want the very best product out there that's designed to aid a healthy heart and cardiovascular system, it's Extendowise, available at InfoWarsLife.com. And like all of our products are game changers, this baby is the most souped up, awesome version the top formulators could come up with and still be affordable. It's one of the very best heart pills out there. It's Extendowise. So get some for yourself and family and friends. It's got the very best fish oil from the fjords. It's very, very pure, very, very clean, and has the EPA type that is specifically good for the heart, cardiovascular system. It's got the properly formulated type of CoQ10 and more. It is Extendowise, now available at InfoWarsLife.com.